Hello, my friend, and good morning, or whatever time it is when you're watching this. I'm drinking coffee, and it's morning here. This is going to be the first of a handful of videos that are kind of film photography related, so if you're not into that, I'm really sorry. Fuji stuff is going to keep coming, but right now I've just been really inspired by and fallen back in love with film photography, so I'm going to keep doing these. And this is the first sort of voiceover style video that I've done here on my channel, and I was not prepared for how awkward and different this workflow would be for me. It is very new, very different for me, so bear with me, and I hope you enjoy this new style. But anyway, September was my birthday. That was a long time ago now, but I'm finally getting around to editing some of these projects. So anyway, we met up with my friend Ethan about halfway between us because my wife kind of arranged a sort of surprise, it was not a surprise, photo walk. And this awesome small town was about halfway between us, and I've always wanted to photograph there. So that's what we were gonna do. Before we actually took any photos, we do live in the Midwest, so it is a requirement for us to get Casey's Pizza for lunch. So that's what we did. But our first actual photo stop was this fallen over house, and the roof was still perfectly intact. And we rolled up on it and just knew this would be an easy first subject to kind of warm up with. Neither of us came out very happy with the composition, but it was fun. It was an easy subject. And of course, we had to be approached by the local small towner who wondered what us hooligans were doing in his town taking photos. But he was a nice guy about it. And anyway, it was a good start. So we kept on going, parked downtown to continue our walk. It didn't take long for Ethan to strike up a conversation with a mechanic and his customer, and did what he does best with these environmental portraits. Being film photographers, we knew that we would be tempted to stick around the mechanic shop and the tire shop all day, so we tried to leave the area, but first there were two old pastel blue vehicles sitting right across the street, so you know we had to do it. But before we officially left the tire shop area, I had to fire off a few half-frame shots because I was wanting to finish the roll, and it just so happened that that old LeSabre perfectly drove through my scene. At this point, I finally decided to load up the Bronica SQ-A, which was my medium format camera of choice. Ethan was of course rocking the Mamiya 645 Pro, and I was also carrying the Nikon N55 35mm camera and the Demi EE17 half-frame camera because they both had rolls that I wanted to finish off. walked around this area for a little while, and it was packed full of good shots, but the light wasn't great. So we did the best we could with what we had. It was just fun to walk around and hang out. And right here is where we wrapped it up because Ethan has a real job and he decided that he should probably be on time, but I don't have a real job, and so I decided we should drive the slow roads home looking for more small towns and good light. With that shot right there, I still had a few left in my Bronica and I still had a couple left in my Nikon, but I just knew I wasn't gonna get through them with the light we had left, and so we called it a day. Finishing the half frame, I was happy with that. Overall, I wasn't stoked on any of the images that I got. I got a few that I'm proud of, and I'll show those here, but Ethan definitely got a handful of shots that are pretty incredible. And honestly, the main priority with walking around and hanging out with a friend like this is just the good time together. It's not about getting great photos, and so I was just glad to have my birthday spent with friends, and it was just a great way to spend the day. With that said, I have more film photography videos coming up, so if you're into that sort of thing, then keep watching and subscribe. But if you are not, then tell me what you do want to watch. I have more Fuji content planned right now, especially if the XH2 is coming out soon, and I hope that it is. Yeah, so anyway, this is kind of a new introduction for my channel and different type of content, but this is what I'm up to right now in my life, is shooting film photo as well as making videos, and so I hope you're here for it. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Peace.